Today we're doing MLB player props here on PrizePicks. Before I get started though, there is a link in the description below to sign up for PrizePicks. PrizePicks will match 100% of your first deposit. Also, there is a Discord link and a Patreon link in the description of this video as well. But let's get into it. Last night we did hit two of our three plays. I paired my three plays with the Vladimir Guerrero taco of 0.5 total bases. He hit his over. We had Austin Riley over 1.5 total bases. He smashed this at 8 total bases. We had Nolan Arenado at 1.5 total bases over. He had 2. And Freddie Freeman missed on his 1.5 total bases. He had 1. So 2 for 3 last night. We did have these three plays on the video yesterday. Riley, Arenado, Freeman. 2 of 3. So looking to bounce back again tonight. Hopefully maybe at least replicate how we did last night. But nonetheless, 3 total player props here that I like on PrizePicks today. Let's not waste any time, you guys. Let's get right into it. And I do want to mention that these lines have just been bumping crazy as of late. Like, these line bumps on PrizePicks have been insane, so it's important to, if you see value, lock a play in if you do like it. But nonetheless, let's get into it. The first play that I like is going to be a walks allowed prop, and it's going to be Manaea over 1.5. Now, today, actually, more than any other day, I've been seeing there's quite a bit of walks allowed props that I do like Nick Pivetta, Chris Bubik, Manaea, obviously, and even like Justice Steele at 1.5. Are all these guys, Steele, Manaea, Pivetta, Bubik, are all like top 30 in baseball as far as just like walks per 9 innings, or based on balls per 9 innings. But I like Manaea here a lot for a few reasons. One, just overall, like, the San Francisco Giants walk this third most in baseball, 9.5% walk rate, behind the Yankees and the Dodgers, but pretty good for the San Francisco Giants. 9.5% walk rate. I think actually, like, actual base on balls, they have the most in baseball. But their walk rate, third highest walk rate in baseball. And Manaea, as you can see here, is up here 20th in baseball in overall walks, 43 walks total on the season. And if you take a look at this, he's got multiple games here of over 2 walks. Multiple. He's actually had 2 walks here against the Giants in their game earlier this season where he went 6 innings and gave up 2 walks here. But look at just the amount of walks. He's had, actually, both games he's faced against the Giants, 2 walks. Multiple games here with multiple walks. I love this play here for Manaea. I think there's actually, like I said, a couple walks allowed plays that you could play today, but I'm taking Manaea over 1.5 projected walks allowed here against the San Francisco Giants. The next 2 plays are both going to be total bases. The first one is going to be Paul Goldschmidt. Really quickly, if I can find him. If you see, oh no, Paul Goldschmidt. See, these lines, these total base lines have been, like, I don't know what's going on with them specifically. Like, all right, well, I guess I'll take hitter fantasy score here at 8.5. If there is a total baselines, I'm going to take that, but I'll take the hitter fantasy score here for Paul Goldschmidt. He's facing Kyle Freeland in Colorado, which, hitters in Colorado just generally historically, obviously have higher chances to hit the ball farther. But Paul Goldschmidt, I love this play here. He's facing Kyle Freeland, a left-hander. And Paul Goldschmidt against lefties just absolutely rakes. And this is actually condensed, right? Left-handed pitchers away. So Paul Goldschmidt, left-handed pitchers away. He hits .462 away against lefties, which is just raking. Like, that's absolutely insane. .462, 49 plate appearances. He's got 18 hits, 2 home runs, 10 total runs, 9 walks. So I guess 8.5 hitter fantasy score, could still be a strong play. Paul Goldschmidt still leading the league in batting average. I would say he's kind of in a baby slump. I would say, for Paul Goldschmidt, 278 over his last 7 days, 265 over his last 15. But nonetheless, against lefties on the season, he bats .458 against lefties. Absolutely destroys left-handers in comparison to righties. Still hits .299 against righties. But again, if there is a fantasy score or a total basis here for Paul Goldschmidt, I would prefer that one. But since PrizePicks took it off, I guess I'll go with 8.5 hitter fantasy score here for that one. Any Paul Goldschmidt hitter prop here today against Kyle Freeland to me is a strong play. And then the other one is going to be, if it's here as well. Yeah, see, the total base props are not here, but I guess I'll take Trey Turner over 8.5 hitter fantasy score. Honestly, I may hold off to locking in these props till later if there are hitter fantasy or total bases for each of these players. But more specifically, I like total basis for Trey Turner here. He's, again, has a chance to, I think, maybe still win the batting title here. But he's game luck. He's been hitting the ball really well. He's been hitting the ball really consistently all season. Generally consistently has like hit streaks going on. But over his last 30 days, he's hitting 324, and he's facing who's he facing tonight? I believe he's facing. Let's see. Oh, Sonny Gray, and this is why I like Trey Turner tonight. Sonny Gray all time in his career, he's hitting 438. 18 plate appearances, he got 7 hits, 5 singles, a double, and a triple against him. 438 average, pretty strong average for a player. I mean, decent sample size. 18 at bats, he's batting 438. I like the play here for Trey Turner. Again, the total base props for Trey Turner and Paul Goldschmidt were here about 30 minutes ago. Now they're not. So if they are here, if you're looking at these props, looking at this video, and I would prefer Paul Goldschmidt and Trey Turner both over 1.5 TB. But at the same time, if they aren't here on PrizePicks, I'm happy taking 8.5 hitters fantasy score for both of these guys as well tonight. So these are the 3 total player props I have. Again, when we go over these plays tomorrow, I may have Paul Goldschmidt total bases and Trey Turner total bases as my props if they do become available. I prefer those, but I'm happy at the same time taking both of these hitter fantasy scores. So these are the 3 total player props I have tonight. Manaea over 1.5 walks allowed, Paul Goldschmidt over 8.5 hitter fantasy score, and Trey Turner over 8.5 hitter fantasy score as well. Please drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and as always, have a great day.